want to say is that seasoning is really gay. And all I need to write is that I might pick a fight. All I want to be is a man with some clay. All I am in all is an honest seashell. I'm not from hell, I'm from under the bell, where I slept, ding dong. You rang it a little long, in another hell. You want me to be well, wait till you get snail and squirt. Wait till I send you mail for your piecemeal, chain mail, fence, chain link. And you know what I think, I run out sometimes, sink your battleship and wink. A good dog, trinkets in my back pockets is slink. Back across the state, drink all kinds of rebate drinks and shrink debates and shrink down to size crinkle for a zinc mint condition ring mint. And sometimes I sing, and other times I just fuck, and other times I suck. But I want to think, have a thing. Can I be your thing? Your possession and some. And then when I come, I need a new position. Every angle in time or G1, I haven't won a single atom out of the universe. And when I rehearse, I pull the hearse. And I'm not a curse. I'm in cursive. But all I want to say is, hey buddy, give me May days full of flowers, June showers, April sometimes, and July always play. Silver tray full of items, pray. I don't just pay off the council estate and stray away to say another day that all I am and all is a little piece of the fall. From another bellwether, another better weather bringer, another bluesy singer, and I'm the singer of artifacts, the fire breather, and I'm just like seething, except I'm seeing, and now I'm decaying, filet mignon minding, delaying, saying, hey buddy, I'm done with this, give me another. What's that? Some excuse for a short fuse, and release what I related to myself intrinsically. Attack of the red tomatoes, Back to the Future haters, cracks in the wall slacking in cat purrs, antique shop kowtow legato. So what's up, God Emperor? Long time no see. So sun god seeded man, let's flee go. Killer tomatoes, potato sack suit. Bill your credit, take back what I said. Hoot. Haters, cracks in the wall slacking in cat purrs, antique shop kowtow legato. So what's up, God Emperor? Long time no see. So sun god seeded man, let's flee go. Killer tomatoes, potato sack suit. Bill your credit, take back what I said. Hoot. sand deserts understand my gripe. Bent over in tangent, old desert man peers into quicksand. A man's excursion to the netherworlds yields none other than the seeker who feels she should have a woman doing his work for him or some such lazy thing. I do not bring you here to sing a bling, I bring you here to hear me sting like bee agitated at the beehive ring. Dry the wet cloth for wearing cringe worthy statements uttered over the scene, muttered a harmonious holy cow. I mean, if you were to let her home by hammer and nail, would you slip through customs to free the pale? Could you rip musty rooms out of a mansion, leave them on the curb, the many belongings of kings and queens, and leave robots rusting? Should you sip wine ambrosia if it's a lust thing? Should you skip down alleys in the midnight moon? The banana bandana band banded together to lend a hand to a friend. I think his name was Man. A man named Man knew a man named None. None knew Man and Man knew none. But what have they done? Tame a trained animal, trained by the fiercest of animals, mammal. Nonetheless, wolf Canaan to be specific, y'all. Don't run with wolves, do ya? Call up the wild dance with leaves fall, overlapping at the mean things. Said over dinner like I think you're a stupid twit. By mother and brother, sister and stepsister. Step away from the moving vehicle and put your hands in your pockets, man. Orbital vehicles have always known the jump. Lump a symbol with the dump is hump for bump. A campaign to toss up the white flag, surrender. This is not a winning regime, winning team. This last strategy I'm not too keen on, but up until then I had said that a mission to Mars could prove fruitful if there were time. But it's a little bit of a distraction when we have to find new names for God, new words for love. I knew things would come to this whether or not you showed. Push come to shove, hand to glove. The destruction of man is owned by himself as a thought. The destruction of the world, but like 1982, you just sigh like this isn't my ruby shoe. Cinder cleaner girly with the Teletubby fancy. Big brown cat on the CBBB radio romancing. The war between nations inevitable like dancing. Built into culture but built in microphone and stancing. My self-permitted sutures for primeval warriors. Evil forays into foyers and kitchens. I'm coeval with the epic ditch all you forget winter. And drive through in comfort reckless blizzards. Are you a conscriptor or prescription misters? Or are we constricted in a restricted splinter world where combined losses? Our money is MS-DOS kid roses, and your Windows is Samsung Android. I am but a fevered humanoid. Your money has evolved into miscreant machinations. Our funniest revolution in creature hibernations. We slumber on full tummies of our hunting stations. Our creations withstand stagnation. Stagnate, pay a rebate, hesitate, procreate. Reincarnate, suffer against sensation that others hate. The mothers make you starlight till you don't state your own existence. No winking out your debate whether or not I'm right about a thing that doesn't matter to you until you feel you should flatter yourself like ricochet, all shot, scatter. And besides, it's not even good for your health. From the Wi-Fi, the banana bandana band is banned in banana land. Lend me a hand, my gland overripe. Lend my sand, deserts understand my gripe. Bent over and tanned, an old desert man peers into quicksand. A man's excursion to the netherworlds yields another other than the seeker who feels he should have a woman doing his work for him or some such lazy thing. I do not bring you here to sing a bling, I bring you here to hear me sting like bee agitated at the beehive ring. Dry the wet cloth for wearing cringe-worthy statements uttered over the scene, muttered a harmonious holy cow. I mean, if you wrote a letter home by hammer and nail, would you slip through customs to free the pale? Could you rip musty rooms out of a mansion, leave them on the curb, the many belongings of kings and queens, and leave robots rusting? Should you sip fine ambrosia if it's a lust thing? Should you skip down alleys in the midnight moon? The banana bandana band banded together to lend a hand to a friend. Think his name was Man. A man named Man knew a man named None. None knew Man and Man knew none. Oh, what have they done? Tame a trained animal, trained by the fiercest of animals, mammal. Nonetheless, wolf Canaan to be specific, y'all. Don't run with the wolves, do ya? Call of the wild dances the thieves fall, over laughing at the mean things said over dinner like I think you're a stupid twit. By mother and brother, sister and stepsister. Step away from the moving vehicle and put your hands in your pockets, man. Orbital vehicles have always known the jump. Lump of some, I'm with the dump something for rump. And campaign to toss up the white flag surrender. This is not a winning regime, winning team. This last strategy I'm not too keen on. But up until then I had said that a mission to Mars could prove fruitful if there were time. But it's a little bit of a distraction when we have to find new names for God, new words for love. I knew things would come to this whether or not you showed. Push comes to shove, hand to glove. The destruction of man is earned by himself as a thought. The destruction of the world, but like 1982, you just sigh like this isn't my ruby shoe. Cinder cleaner girly with the Teletubby fancy, big brown cat on the CBB radio, romancing the war between nations, inevitable like dancing. Built into culture, but built in microphone, I'm stancing myself. Primitive sutures for primeval warriors, evil foyers into foyers and kitchens. I'm coeval with the epic that's how you forget winter and drive through in comfort reckless blizzards. Are you a conscriptor of prescription misters? Or are we constricted in a restricted splinter world? Where combined with what loss is, our money is MS-DOS kid, bro sis, and your Windows is Samsung Android. I am but a fevered humanoid. Your money is evolved into miscreant machinations. Our funny is revolution into creature hibernations. We slumber on full tummies if our hunting stations are creations withstanding stagnation. Stagnate, pay a rebate, hesitate, procreate, reincarnate, suffer against cessation to others' hate. The mothers make you sunlight so you don't state your own existence into winking out. Go debate whether or not I'm right about a thing that doesn't matter to you until you feel you should flatter yourself like ricochet all shots scatter. And besides, it's not even good for your health. Bickering with ancient mongrels, dogs, flicking through porno channels, jobs, getting off at the wrong station, cock, key doesn't feel like fitting, lock, grab my attention somehow, maybe the tits. I'm so distracted I can't get my jigsaw to fit. I've been doing like me some amigos did. Shit in an outhouse and call it the shit. Weird trap visions have me thinking I'm in the mansion. Conniption fits at me in acres of passion. I'm wondering if there's chocolate in future rations. Iris virus has my eyes corona flitting through dance tunes. The sun has an awkward tempo, don't you think? The moon caught up with me last Tuesday wink, and I wide open to Stanley Kubrick skating rink in 2001 Space Odyssey. Odysseus in a sink. Gilgamesh taught me to always rethink during the part where I think I shouldn't think. And I would love to tune to your station and sink your radio into the sinking plans of man kinky. Digging down a six-titted beast, I'm a mutt. Kicking dummies down grandma's stairs, I'm no slut. Riding dangerous in a field, tripping acid, ancient hot pizza hot and damning those breadsticks cut out of construction paper on Matisse faces. I've been plenty of plentiful places to know that you're not sharing. Racist races us around a horse track like cases of wine get drunk by gluttonous mugs. And it's a fact if MC Track said it drugs got my brain overstimulated and it's just soft stuff. Coffee, cigarettes, weed, beer, Persian rugs. Take you on a genie tour of Jin's lands. Genie at full throttle, bottle of plans. Rub me the wrong way, kitty claws in your hands. Poor fucker thinks I'm pouring out sand from a Gatorade container. Gotta grab the last of the supplies and demand that the land grab gets away with itself. Stab me in the front, not the back, and we can feel glad that you had that syntax of way back then. Now and much later's are better. And when you come back to me, try to use the spatula. Flip my eggs Benedict and we can be friend bear, best friends, Care Bear. But until then, how about you go back to the past to when McFly and Biff elected resident chump to be handler of bangers and mashed servings. Press send on a secret message that just replies to Tokyo that I'm not a secret anymore. I'm just not in the spotlight, limelight on the floor, and our faces are obscured in shadow gore. Never did much for me, but I like deciding if I'm going to make any more decisions, residing in tents and caves. As long as I'm warm, that's my type of locust and cicada swarm. And what's worse is you're in charge of the bursary, like there were too many triplets in this nursery. And I have the Versace purse you need to pay off the relic collector. Stop rehearsing that you're me, I'll give you the secret sauce ingredients. If you just stop flinching so much, hence this peculiar explanation in the midst of gorillas in the NYST missed history tryst.
It turns out it's a law that never cools off. Coleslaw, cold ball. Cool as law, cool fall. Lift off, river liffy, life on parole for a purring roll. Roll, roll, roll your dice gently down the stream of pits in the piss pop pour. Podunk, slam, dunk dream. Life is now available on streaming. Merrily, barely, barely, even a dream but a nightmare. Row, row, row. Stuttering man on the street on the row. In the lanes and rows, in the gutter. May I borrow $2? Holler back, scholar, no more. Tank girl, skrrr. A girl, but a grown woman. Who man? He man? Rescue Skeletor's newest bitch. Girlfriend in the ditch, resurrected without any divine intervention or miracle. Stitch up a glitch, snitch in the ditch with his bitcher for filching. What's with the latchkey kids latching on nouveau riche rich kitch? Witch hunt bitch is too big for lit. She a pet pitch. Black mother cockle doodle don'ts of the piss tundra industry zip pop. Nietzsche, niche, nick of time, munchable, punchable, twit, hitch, bitches. It's worth shit to me. It's all Greek, it's bullshit, sitting bull skid of the week. The chieftain and the chief and the leaf get along like no beef. Like there is no music and no beat, do not complete in penning or pencil lead. Night, bright to be or no to be graphite, right? Q&A session, speak and spell with every device, 85005, secret, right? Permission, no longer granted, not anymore. Now boobs, upside down, twat tight. Nice hips and long legs, gets me tarantula, flat going down, eat her out. Take her out to eat her out on the town in a new beautiful gown. As beautiful as her frown, the Homeward Bound sequel, Homeward Hellbent. Bent on Hellbent, hello between two mounds, and their respective bitches and bitch litters, that's what it's about. Howling Hounds, Homeward Bound 7, or was that Homeward Bound 11? Go down on her out behind the 7-Eleven. Terran, teledance, and prancing Terrantism, you tyrant. Heaven, to dance with you, beyond heaven to touch you, like getting the sex card in tarot. Ouija gin spelling sexy when you ask the Ouija board about it. No hex, she sells lip cigarettes by the she sees me seen. Sure you do, you don't. Way off. And she sells seashells across the seashore. She doesn't sell shit really. She buys an investment type of gal. I'm her guy, she feels me. I mean, I can be the mean, meaty, and immortal. Together without a try, she heals me. Without a trying me really like a trifecta tractor beam or GPS tractor lane. It's a factor in mowing the lawn to fly the device that cuts the grass. A factory brains worker with lurk in her gown to flip a frowning groin upside down. Workily strain and pound one out till we sweat out the toxins and come on the feathered down pillow, duvet and other covers that covers the rent. Your new life I'll learn. Black and white pornographer, he went to school for it. PhD in the Kama Sutra. My karma is Dharma, Brahma, sang a sutured up with stitches. Dharamsalas where the Dalai Lama and Dolly Pardon. Like two light switches, hover reality like a Hoover. Damn a man, only God can. And I would do the can if I ever met the Incan Chan deity where Tin Can Alley, Deadpan Avenue, Dead Man Street, and Death Valley Road all meet. Four-way dead-end intersection with at least 6, 7, 8 different ways. Let me fuck up your math. 1, 1000, 2, 1003, 2, 1. Happy New Year for ya. Old lang time since an old lang sine wave won the game after a Mexican wave around the stadium pepped up the players' gun. Collective gun, no collective soul. Collegiate weaponry, community war machine. Baseball, erase ball, the only live-action sport game where you erase things. Delete things from existence, the best destruction match this side of Sing Sing. This side of the Hudson, this side of Alcatraz of London's Thames, New York. New fork for a new pork. Piglet with a spork in his jugular, a blade in his side. Dead from internal hemorrhaging, bleeding out in his inside voice. Pride, corpse, crepuscular, and a little muscular, athletic type. I love that girl. Tim Burton earning Bird and Ernie, cred out on the open sesame spell. Sunny days are coming your way. Can you tell me how to get to Fifth and Elm? I need a working girl to give my thing a twirl like a whirly gig. Find the pearl in my oyster shell. I'll come on her like twerk work, 13 in a row. Hurl my dust and gusto into her groin. Baker's dozen in her oven. Beyond octuplet to dodecaplet. 12 identical babies and one to grow on like 13-hour shifts. 2 of them back to back per day with an hour break. 27-hour days. 40 days a week like the Beatles 8 paydays a week. I love you says. Here for 20 days a year in the year 2020 something. You sway face best. Take me weird words about a better future or I might mate King David Bowie and stop loving you, make him with a hybrid pregnant manta ray. Wow! She and he, hers and his, hides flavor names, hates her, bribes for his pleasure, ribs for her beaver. Why do I not have uneven ribs, or two Eden Eve bitches? Measure of discretion advised, parental growth of under 13, lucky PC-13. PC tip, no Italian skyscraper has a floor with that number in it, so if you're on the 25th, you're really on the 24th, 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, 360 degrees a year, fifth amendment coverage of the National Geographic region of insanity, 5 to the third power, third, fifth pillar of the tabernacle law, 125 by another 5 in the time dimension, for demolitions, intermission, subscription, admonition, 625 angles in the probable, probably like 3,125 worlds in the fifth dimension, 3,000 worlds in a single moment, power comes with interest and invest in the sweet and sour, in the dour hour, my flower, for the best outcome, micro machine or macro hard dossier attaché, case towering, over all the oeuvre strategies, portfolio of cowering, haters attached to desire, final hours, the final countdown, like counting down to the new year, and skipping everyone else to the party, the last second, 5, 4, 3, 1, happy new era, smear by, skipping a second for second place tour, the 4, 6 pointed star, 2 thumbs up, sis killing Egbert has critics literally going insane, a delight for the whole family, 11 out of 10, best not a movie of the year.
This is not a movie.